Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Laddie and a Fan. The date is Monday, July 13th, 2020, and the time is, I would say it is approximately 4:42 p.m. Eastern Time. The moon is waning in Taurus, and the sun is transiting in Cancer, which are, by the way, two very complementary energies. I just remembered that. Anyway, this is the next video in Pride Tarot More Than a Walkthrough, although now it's Pride Tarot : space and the name of the card, but that's another story. So I'm going to have my wonderful, awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the cover of the box of the deck, which is, by the way, it depicts the Sun card from this tarot deck, which was illustrated by Isabel, and I am looking forward to getting as many cards done as possible before the end of the month, because, as most of you know, I'm going on a vacation next month. Anyway, so the next card is the Strength card. Now, the last video we did was the Chariot card. Now, I want to say something, because this has always been one of the things that I've talked about whenever I teach tarot. So, astrologically speaking, the Chariot card corresponds to the sign of Cancer. The Strength card corresponds to the sign of Leo. The Justice card corresponds to the sign of Libra. Now, in the zodiac wheel, the sign after Cancer is Leo, which is why, from an astrological perspective, it makes sense that Trump VIII be Strength and Trump XI be Justice. There are some tarot decks where Trump VIII is Justice and Trump XI is Strength. But astrologically speaking, it makes more sense for the card that corresponds to the sun sign of Leo to come after the card that corresponds to the sun sign Cancer. Anyway, that's like a sacred sidebar, as I call it. So, I'm going to have my awesome audiovisual person do a close-up of the back of the card design, which I love, love, love. I love the whole thing. I love what it says. I love the color used and how they're used. And now for the Strength card, which is a beautiful, beautiful Strength card, if I do say so myself. Okay, so, Strength, illustrated by Stanley Morrison. So, I'm going to go to this guidebook. This poor little guidebook has this crease in the middle. Okay. Strength by Stanley Morrison. The Strength card is about patience, resolve, and perseverance, but also illustrates the power of compassion and love. This was written in Stanley Morrison's own words. I love it. I used a dark-skinned mermaid calmly facing the deep to represent fluidity and inner strength. Her crown is adorned in pride and lesbian colors. Oh yeah! Okay. I love these details. Absolutely love these details. Her armband and necklace are transgender colors. The bra is of heterosexual colors. A lionfish with the head of a real lion shows a transition into one's courage and unpredictable nature. An orca whale is in the background as another symbol of power in the sea. Over the mermaid's head swims an eel, which is swimming in the shape of the infinity symbol. I love this. I love this. And now I'm going to read the bio for Mr. Morrison. While part of me hopes the bio is here. It's here. Oh, good. Remember, there have been two artists that are not featured in the guidebook, in their no bios. Stanley Morrison is an accomplished fantasy artist who specializes in dragons. That's an interesting thought, as my awesome audiovisual person would agree. He recently published Field Guide to Garden Dragons with U.S. Game Systems Incorporated. This self-taught professional artist uses a diversity of mediums, including acrylic, watercolors, pencil, and oils. He is best known for his scratchboard and digital works. I need to look up scratchboard. Stanley has done insight illustrations for many publishers and has worked on video game creature concept art. Let me read that again. Stanley has done insight illustrations for many publishers and has worked on video game creature concept art for several games. He has since received numerous awards for his work at conventions such as Dragon Con, World Cons, LunaCon, which I've heard of and I have yet to go, AggieCon, that's a new one to me. Aggie is spelled capital A-G-G-I-E, AggieCon, and Bosco, spelled capital B as in Barry, O, S as in Sam, K as in Kathleen, O, N as in Nancy, E. Okay. In his bio is his website and his Facebook fan page. Now, I will include both, and if I find out any additional information or any of the additional social media platforms that he uses, I'll include that in the description box as well. So, you know, it's so funny because when I look at the Strength card, my immediate thought goes to the ancient Egyptian goddess Sekhmet, who is often depicted on Strength cards in Egyptian-themed tarot decks. Sipping my tea. So I do think of her first, but it is interesting to note that there is an aspect of the goddess Isis that depicts her in battle. She's actually on a chariot that is pulled by lions, and she has the head of a lioness. And that aspect of the goddess Isis is called Isis Victrix, which literally Isis, if you let us take care of you, you will not be hissing as much. And we're going to take care of you today, whether you like it or not. I know you don't like that, but you know what happens when we take care of you. You what? You feel better. Right. And if you keep hissing, I'm going to have to stop this video, and I'm going to keep kissing you until you stop hissing. I'm going to win, by the way. I know I'm not going to win, but still, I can delude myself in fantasy, right? Right. So Isis Victrix, her name literally translates as victorious throne. And I love that aspect of her. In fact, I learned about that aspect of her through a book called The Mysteries of Isis by Tracy Regula, who was a close friend of the late and great, oh my goddess, I cannot believe I forgot his name. He is the author of Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary Practitioner, Scott Cunningham. Him, yes. And I seem to recall something about Llewellyn Publications reprinting that book, or rather reissuing that book, but I don't know anything more about that. I'll find out, and I'll include it in the description box too. So the Strength card is definitely a Leo card. And given that my rising sign is Leo, I do have an affinity with this card. Not to mention that in a lot of calculations, my birth card is Trump VIII, which in this case is Strength. But the Strength card really is about being powerful and being open to one's power. You know, in Western astrology, Leo rules the heart, the physical heart, and the spine. So the Strength card for me can often indicate the need for the client to remember that they have a backbone and be strong and stand tall and proud. So yeah. Anyway, so YouTube, as always, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. I wish all of you many blessings of wholeness, healing, prosperity, and protection, and love and peace. And stay tuned for the next video.